Let's see. I have no idea how to tell how many people are on here at the moment or if anybody's even on here. All right, I see we got one person on here. Hey, Scott, how's it going? All right, so for everybody that's joining, I'm new to doing Facebook Live videos. It's a whole new thing for me. I know nothing about it whatsoever. So as of this moment, I have no idea other than, okay, I see I've got two people on here so far. That's probably one, including myself. So we're gonna wait a little bit, try to get a few more people in here while we're just sitting here. For the couple of people that are in here, if you would like to go ahead and get a chance to take a look at my brand new website that features also my brand new DJ logo, which I will be uploading to the page here very soon. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and post a link in the comment box to my brand new webpage. There's the comments. Go ahead and paste, paste, paste. Where do I paste? How do I paste? There. It's not letting me paste. Okay, so I'll do it this way. I'll just go ahead and type it in because I know how to do it. Alright, so that is the link to my brand new website. If you guys want to go ahead and take a second, open up a second tab, take a look at that. While we're waiting, just try to get a few more people in here before I start really going into depth on everything. Seeing as how my mother is in here, Amanda, if you know how to tell how many people are in a Facebook Live video while you're actually doing the video, if you could tell me how on earth I can find that, that would be fantastic. Hey, 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 Ashley, good to see you. So glad you could join our live video feed today. We're still waiting to see how many more people we can get in here before I get real depth and deep. But if you want to go ahead and look directly above your comment, that is the link to my brand new website that I have just published, which also features my brand new logo right there in the comment box. And the little I with the number next to it. Fantastic. So where is this little I with a number next to it? Stream health. Let's see. Video bitrate, frame rate, audio rate, solution. Do. I feel like an idiot because I can't figure out this little tiny issue. Hey, Darina! Welcome to the party. So great to see you. As I was just telling everybody else, if you look up a little bit in the comment section, you'll see I posted the link to my brand new website, thelittlewolfpath.com. If you want to go ahead and take a few minutes to check that out and see what you think. While we're waiting to get a few more people in here, you're actually one of the perfect people to ask this because you do Facebook Live videos. Hey, my buddy DJ Brainwreck is in the house. Hey, Zach, how's it going? So real quick, while I'm featuring my live video, Darina and or Zach, I believe both of you have done live videos before. If you could just give me an idea on how I can tell how many people are in my session at one time, because I'm brand new to Facebook Live, never done it before. And I have no idea how to tell how many people are actually watching this at the moment without the live updates of my good people. And I see our buddy Gary Johnson has joined. Welcome, Gary Johnson. It is fantastic to see you. Thank you for coming in and taking a look at what I'm doing and giving me a chance to talk a little bit about my hashtag the Little Wolf Path. I'm really excited for it. See, I have another update that I have 7 people now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make my mom, also Amanda Highsmith, restream slash stream labs. Okay, see if I can locate that. 10-4, buddy. I appreciate that. Huh. Interesting, because I'm looking at the top left, directly where it says live, and then the time count. It does. It's not showing me. Maybe it's a setting that I didn't set up or something. Either way, not a big deal. I'm just gonna go ahead and make Amanda Highsmith my official um updater as far as to how many people are in here. I'm gonna go ahead and get started so you guys aren't sitting here forever just listening to me talk about nothing over and over and over again. So, with that being said, I'm on here today because I wanted to talk about a few new things that are coming to Crazy Gary. Oh, Crazy Gary. Hey, Crazy Gary. It's been a while. My bad, buddy. Um, Logan, I see you've joined. It's great to see you, buddy. I'm glad I've had a chance to develop a friendship with you, especially through playing video games together. Funny enough, it's been a lot of fun getting to meet all the new people that I'm meeting and having a chance to talk to everybody. And really actually make a difference in the world. That's really what's important to me is I want to be the type of person and the type of DJ that goes out into the world and doesn't just, worry about what I'm going to gain from the world. I don't care about money. I really don't care about material things. I don't care where I sleep. The only thing that really matters to me in life is that myself and my family and and myself, my family, my friends, and and my community and the people around me. I want everyone to be able to be happy. I want everyone to have a chance to really not only just live their lives but to learn something from life, to give something to the world that most people just don't want to give anymore because they're tired. And I understand being tired. I understand the things that the people are going through, and I really do want to have a chance to get into it and talk about more of that. But for now, like I said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started with the things that I wanted to talk to you guys today about. As soon as I plug my computer in so it doesn't die halfway through a video. Whoops. All right, there we go. So, one of the things that I would like to talk about today, which I'm going to go ahead and post into our comment section so you guys can see. Hey, Rogue Wolf, good to see that you're in here too, buddy. All right, so getting started about the things that I'm talking about. Number one is my first album release. So, after years and years and years of never wanting to be a music artist, never really wanting to be a rapper, never wanting to be, I didn't want to be famous. I didn't want to be popular and the main reason is I didn't want to go into the world and let the world take control of me. I decided that if I wanted to go out into the world and I wanted to be famous and I wanted to make money and I wanted to do this and I wanted to do that, that before I was going to be able to do that, I was really going to have to work on me as a person in my heart and really start to come to grasp with not only, my own emotions, but my thoughts, my feelings, the way that my brain processes. For those of you that don't know, 2 years ago, I had a wicked brain injury at the skate park here in St. Augustine, Florida. Hashtag treaty. But I lost a good amount of my everyday life when I split my head open. I ended up with what is called a contra-coup concussion, which basically what that is it is such a hard impact on your brain, that it doesn't just damage one spot or one section or so on and so forth. What it actually does is your brain impacts, or your head impacts so hard with whatever surface it's hit, that it uh, it throws your brain basically into the side of your skull. And after it does, it hits with such force that it bounces back and hits the other side of your skull, and you end up with a contra concussion, which damages not only one side of your brain but both sides of your brain at the same time. Very popular with football players. Um, but because of that, and because of that situation, that is what really made me wake up and learn that if I wanted to go out into the world and I wanted to be better and I wanted to do better, then the only way to do that was to get better, be better, and live life by example. I have a lot of new people in my life from the time that I split my head open to now. There is so many people in my life that I have met, that I've talked to, that I've had the pleasure of calling friends and family and spending time with, that I really started to learn that relationships are important. Not only, your personal relationships. I'll get to this in a second, guys. Um, That's actually, we'll get to this at the end of the video because this is another very important subject that I do want to talk about. But if I start jumping back and forth, if you guys haven't figured out, I'm gonna get lost. So just give me a minute. But anyway, so um, somebody help me out here. Where was I? Um, music. Why I wanted to do music and why what all the things I learned. Okay, so I learned, plain and simple, the easiest way I can put it, the most sense that I can make is by being nicer to people and more understanding of not only my own personal problems, but I also started to learn about other people's problems from the fact that I started teaching myself. Darina, thank you. I was waiting for that. She was talking about relationships, or I was talking about relationships. So, um, relationships in life are very important. Not just your relationship with your partner, your spouse, your husband, your best friend, or your family, but your relationships with people. I mean, if you think about it, you go back to a time like the 50s, for example, just to give you a rough idea. Back in the 50s, yes, there was a lot of bad things happening in the world, but what was one of the few things in the world that we were doing that was really great, that was really important? Socializing. We would go out. We would see people in town. We'd go to the gas station, and we knew everybody at the gas station by name. Or you'd go out to a diner and you knew everybody in the diner, or you knew everybody in the city, or you knew everybody in the town by name because you had a good standing relationship with everybody. Just by doing simple things in life, just by going out and talking to people or saying, "Hey, how's it going?" Or when you buy your pack of cigarettes or your drink or your gas or your lottery ticket for the week at the gas station. Just doing simple things like, "Hey, it's good to see you again. I'm glad you're working so hard," or, "Thank you guys for being so nice and polite today." Just little things, little compliments, little ways that you can make somebody feel better about their day. What they could. That's true. Zach makes a very good point. Handsets killed that, and I definitely agree with that statement right there. That completely explains it all in itself. And that brings me to the point of my music. That brings me to the point of my Little Wolf path. That brings me to the point of my entire life. What I am completely 150% as high as I can, I am going to devote my entire life from now until the day that I die. I am going to continue to work hard to help people rebuild relationships with society. I want to make it so that we can go out in the world and we can look at that person at the gas station, or that person that's at Winn-Dixie, or that person that you don't know, that you've never met before in your life, and say, hey, it's good to see you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for chatting with me today. Thank you for this. Or if you don't have anything to thank them for, compliment them. Just a simple compliment. Hey, I really like your hat. I really like your shoes. I like, I like the way you smile. Or you have really pretty eyes. You have really pretty hair. Or, just little things like that. Just simple, human, caring relationships. And that is the point of why I have 5 songs coming to be released as we speak. The only thing I'm waiting for right now is I need a couple of sound engineers. I have a couple who are gonna try to help me out with getting music put to my lyrics, because unfortunately, at this point, my brain does not understand mixing different sounds and different beats and making them into a song. I can make beautiful beatboxes and stuff like that, but uh, it makes it really hard. It really does. Especially with my brain damage, I get sidetracked easy, and I have a hard time holding a lot of my thought processes. But if there's one thing I know at heart and at soul, is I don't want to talk to people through a computer anymore. I don't want to talk to people through a cell phone. I don't want to talk to people through the television. I don't want to talk to people just through music. I want to talk to people in person. I want to see the world. I want to make friends. I want to be able to go places and learn new things and meet new people, and not worry about walking into a place that, oh, hey, stay out of there. That's a bad part of town. Why is it a bad part of town? Because it's poor? Because the people that live in that section of town are so broke that they're doing bad things in the world to try to live a better life? Because money as a society right now, and money as a currency, is wasted. It's useless. You make $14 an hour, and guess what? You're still not making enough to support 4 people in a family. You're struggling every day to survive. You're fighting tooth and nail, begging for more hours, for more money, for more this, for more that, just so that you can come home, sit down for a day or two, and take a break, relax, and spend time with your family, spend time with your friends, and learn, and go out and do so much more. And that is what I plan to accomplish with the Little Wolf Path and with my music. Is I plan to make it so that we as a people and we as a society can start reconnecting with the world again, so that we can not just make it, a good thing that we did today, or a good thing that we did for the week, or a good thing that we did for the month. I want it to be a normal thing. I want us all to be able to go out into the world, see somebody broke down on the side of the road, know that we have a trunk full of tools, pull over and help that person. Not because it's because we need to do our good thing for the week, not because, you know, oh well, whatever, might as well do it. Just do it because it's a nice thing to do. What if that person has no friends, no family, nobody else in the world that's going to help them? What if they don't make enough money for for AAA or for roadside service? Or what if they can't afford to even get their car fixed? I mean, living in Florida, tons of people all the time, you see their cars sitting on the side of the road, broke down, and they stay there. They don't go nowhere because people don't have money to fix things. And I want to change that. I want to make the world so that we're all more equal. I don't want the world to be the rich and the poor anymore. I don't want the world to look up to the government and say, government, what are we doing? How do we, what are we supposed to do? How are we going to survive? Oh no. No, that's not how this works. We as a society, as a community, as a city, as a town, as a state, or as a country, should be able to know if something is going wrong in our lives. Hey, if I call my buddy John, if I call my buddy John right now and say, John, I have an emergency. I need your help. Guess what? He shows up immediately. He doesn't do it because he's getting paid. He doesn't do it because I'm giving him anything, because I have nothing to give. I'm broke. I'm not working. I have no money to my name. The only reason that I'm even able to start my path right now is because my beautiful wife, Victoria, who I love and cherish with my whole heart, decided that she would go to work and start working on her cosmetology career so that I could stay home with my beautiful daughter, Aurora, who was just recently born. She's 9 months old. Cutest kid in the world, I swear to God. Meet her, and then you can judge. But, uh, but, yeah, so my beautiful wife decided she was going to work so that I could stay home, spend time with my daughter, and that was when all of this really came into play. I know I've been asked that question a lot. That's my number one question that comes up is, well, what made you decide to do this all of a sudden? And that's kind of the thing. It wasn't really all of a sudden. I mean, I've spent my whole life wanting to make a difference. I've spent my whole life wanting to be different. You know, I was never liked as a young kid. I went through my school years with not a lot of friends and getting in a lot of fights. Okay, sorry, my daughter is 10 months old. Um, but that didn't stop me from wanting to help people. That didn't stop me from wanting to be a better person. It only really motivated me more. You know, seeing how badly people treat people on a daily basis for the stupidest reasons. I mean, there's so many people that will walk outside right now and see somebody that they consider to be not good looking, and they bash them or they treat them horribly because that's the way they look. But why? What's wrong with the way they look? What's wrong with the way you look? What makes you feel so superior and so special that you can pick on somebody else? Because as far as I'm concerned, we're all equal. We're all the same. We all bleed red. We all live. We're all born and we all die. There's no difference in that. So why is it that we work harder to make each other's lives harder? Why isn't it we work harder to make each other's lives easier so that we don't have to work as hard to survive? And I mean, as my friend Dorina just put on here, you know, what if they are successful because, or what if they are successful people and because of your acts of kindness, they bless you with kindness. Helping people can either be a blessing to them or you. And it's not just about giving about it's not even about it's not even and it's not just even about helping. It's about putting yourself out there in the world with great energy to attract the manifestation you are trying to create. And that is a beautiful message. That's actually one of the ways that I live my life. You know, the saying karma comes back at you 3 times, no matter which way you put it out, is a very good statement. It's something that I live by on a daily basis. You know, when I go out into the world, I help people because it's the right thing to do. I don't expect to get anything back from it. But you know what? If a year down the road when I am struggling and I am fighting to survive and one of my friends comes up to me and says, "Hey man, you know, I don't have a lot, but here's 20 bucks. Maybe that'll help you out." I look at that as a blessing. I look at that as a kindness that I don't deserve. Even though I go out in the world and I do all these good things, that doesn't mean I sit at home and I wonder, what am I going to get today? Who's going to give me this for doing this today? You know, this whole path I'm doing, I'm not doing this expecting to make money. I'm not doing this because I want to be rich and famous. I'm not doing this because I want hundreds of people following me around the world. I don't. I don't care about all that. The only thing I care about is human kindness. I like to help people. That's the way I live my life. Even if I never become rich, even if I never become famous, even if I never make money, even if these videos just turn out to be a couple videos that you watch for 5 minutes and you never see again, I will still go out into the world and I will still help people every day. Every day, because it's the right thing to do. And I mean, there's a lot more that I could be getting into, but before I do that, I want to get back into the whole point of my video. So, for anybody who has joined since I started and hasn't heard about my new website is thelittlewolfpath.com. If you want to go ahead and take a look at that, my brand new DJ logo is on there. As soon as I'm done with my video, I will actually here. It takes 3 seconds. Let's go back to my page. Oh wait, that's right. I'm doing a live video. I can't post anything right now. So after I get done with this video, I will post a picture of what my brand new logo is directly to my website. Or there's one on my website. I'm gonna post it to my DJ page on Facebook so everybody can see it. Um, but getting back into the point of what we were talking about, and thank you all for sitting here and listening to me babble on incoherently like a lost gerbil in a cage. But um all right, so first thing I talked about was my brand new music that's coming out. I have 5 new songs. Each of the titles pretty much explains what the song's going to be about. But that's all the previews I'm going to give you until my album release because I want everybody to be sitting on the edge of their seats. So the first song that I've written is called Government Lies. My next one is My Messenger Queen. My third one is Called Out. My fourth one is Mother's Message to Wolf. Um, and my fifth one is The World's Heart. And each of those songs will have their own individual tracks, they'll have their own individual messages, and they'll really explain the points that I'm trying to make. Because, like I said, if I'm going to make music and I'm going to put it into the world with the thought process that I might become popular and people are going to listen to my music, then my music is going to identify my message. I know for a lot of people that they keep saying, well, you don't want to be too repetitive. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do that. You don't want to. I want to do what I want to do because I don't care if I become famous. I don't care if people follow me. It would be nice and it would be fantastic. And everybody who does follow me and is following me right now and listening to this video, I don't want you to think that because I said that I don't care about you, because I do. I care about each and every person in the world equally. I love you guys and I really appreciate you following me and I appreciate you helping me spread the message to the world. But that doesn't, my message is nothing more than the blatantly obvious that people are forgetting about. All I'm doing is pointing it back to the world. But anyway, so number 2 that I will be talking about, for things coming to DJ Little Wolf very soon, is I will also be doing a shout out video to all of my new followers. So I put a post on my DJ page, and for any of you that have not seen that post, I am personally asking if you guys would take 15 seconds of your time, take out your phone, open your little camera that you play with all day, hit the record button on your own face, and say, hi, my name is, and I follow hashtag the Little Wolf Path. And if you do that for me, if you take the time to personally do that for me, which a few people already have, and to the people that already have, um, thank you, I love you, and I really hope you like the video that I'm going to post. But if you take the time and you do that, and you send that video to my DJ page or to my Facebook page, I am going to download that video, I am going to put it into a complete shout out video for all of my fans, all of my followers, everyone who sends me a video, and so on and so forth. I'm going to make a video specifically about you guys. I'll name off a few things about each individual one of you, why I appreciate what you're doing, and so on and so forth. Um, third thing, which we've already talked about at this point, which is the brand new website for my movement. In case you just joined and haven't heard about it yet, it's thelittlewolfpath.com. Go ahead and check that out. It's my brand new website for not only my DJ career, but also my hashtag Little Wolf Path movement that I'm working on now. Um, the fourth thing that I wanted to talk about is pretty soon to Facebook and hashtag the Little Wolf Path. I am going to be going out into the world and finding different places, different areas, and different people that need help. You know, whether it's something as simple as going out to the local state parks and just walking around with a group of people and just picking up trash and cleaning up, the streets and doing little things like that to make the world better, cleaner, and safer for animals and plant life and so on and so forth. Um, and also, I want to try. I've got a few people so far that have put in requests that need help. I've got a friend who's got some housework that he needs done because it's gotten so bad that he can't afford to do it, and he could use building materials and supplies. So one of the things I'm doing is I'm looking personally for building materials all the time. The side of the road. I ask different stores for any scraps, leftovers that they have, things like that, so that I can help him build his house back up to a livable standard. I'm not trying to say I'm going to build him a big fancy mansion. No, I'm just going to make his home better than it was before. Instead of being broken and this being broken and that being broken and this being broken and all these different things that he's got that are broken, I want to help him fix those. And I'm not going to charge him to do it. I'm not going to ask him to pay me. I don't want him to pay me. I'm not going to let him pay me because I want to help him do it because it's the right thing to do. And those are some of the videos that you guys will be seeing coming from hashtag the Little Wolf Path. And if you are somebody who has something wrong at your house, your kitchen sink's been broken for months, but you can't afford to fix it, your bathroom's rotting out, and you don't know what to do because you need help. Or little things, you need some furniture, you need clothes, you need this, you need that. Whatever it is, feel free to email me. You can call me, you can text me, whatever it is. If you want to remain anonymous or whatever, you don't want me to tell people about it, that's fine. I have no problems with that. I just want the opportunity to help you. So feel free to get in touch with me, and I will be actively searching for ways that I can help people. Um, and I will share it with the world if you'll let me. All right, so number five that we're going to talk about is my personally designed logo. I had actually asked two different people to create this logo for me. When it started out as this right here, this piece of paper that I drew personally as my logo. And I gave two people. One, I gave it to Dorina hang on, let me look at how to pronounce that because I don't want to butcher your name on here. I'll feel horrible. Dorina de Leon, I believe is how you say that. If not, I apologize. Um, I gave her the first an opportunity to work on that at the same time that I gave it to a buddy of mine. Unfortunately, I ended up going with my buddies instead of Dorina's. Dorina, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to really help me try to get my image of my logo out to the world. Once again, I am terribly sorry that I didn't end up choosing yours. I only ended up choosing my buddy's because he wowed me with his excellence. He really did. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I wanted to be able to represent it to the world. But thank you both so much for taking the time to help me and make my dream a reality. So for any of you that are curious about the artist that did in fact create my logo, his Facebook page, I am going to tell you in 3 seconds. Go ahead and type it here in the comments section for any of you that want to look that up and maybe see some of the work he does. He is a fantastic artist. He created that for me. He's actually my next door neighbor, a really great guy. He's really friendly. Just a heads up, he doesn't do any sort of super realistic graphic art like Darina does actually. So if you're looking for something that's really gonna pop out at you, that's something that looks like a real microphone in a person's hand or something like that, the best person to talk to about that would actually be our good friend in here, Darina. If you guys want to give her a chat for anything like that, as far as taking something like my sketch and turning it into a beautiful graphic design, that's more his style. But there's that name of that artist in the comments section. If you guys want to check him out, like his stuff, he would really appreciate the publicity and the popularity from you guys as well. Art is what he loves and it's what he likes to do. And also, so to explain why I had him pick the colors or that I picked for my logo, I wanted to get into that. And no, it's not because I'm wearing green headphones that the headphones are green, so you can forget that one. But um, so the wolf is obviously as simple as it becomes. That's me as a person. My name is hashtag Little Wolf. I have it tattooed on my arm because I was given that name at a very young age. By, if I'm correct, my mother will correct me if I'm not. It was by a Cherokee shaman when I was a very young boy. Blessed me with the name Little Wolf, and I have lived with that name my entire life. I have sworn by it. I am partially Native American, and I love it. And it's me. It's part of who I am. Just like Michael is my name, to me, Little Wolf is my name. If you see me on the street and you say, "Yo, Little Wolf," guess what? I'm gonna answer because to me, it's a name. Um. All right, guys. Thank you for coming on. It was nice seeing you. Love you. Bye. All right. Now, back to my logo and the color scheme. So the light blue of the wolf, oh, the A, I know there's a lot of people with questions about the anarchy symbol that is on the side of my face and the wolf logo. So easiest explanation is quite simply I am an anarchist. Now, I know a lot of you, oh, he's an anarchist. What is an anarchist? An anarchist, by textbook definition, is somebody who rebels against the government. And I do. I live um in a state of mind that I do not believe that the government has our best interest in heart. I believe that the government pits us against each other to make it so that we are not equal and to make it so that we don't want to be friendly and kind in the world. And some other time in a really into de- detail video, I will explain all about anarchy and why I believe in it and what I do to. Actually, as a matter of fact, if you want to know how I actively act as an anarchist against the government, I'm doing it right now. I am going online. I am talking about us as people being better to each other, to the world, to everyone, because the government does not want us to do that, and I believe that in my mind. Nothing anybody says is going to change that. Um, but that is why I'm an anarchist, to put it in the smallest version that I can for now. So the light blue of the wolf's face represents fresh water. Fresh water is one of the main sources of water all around the earth that we drink on a daily basis to survive. It's how we live, it's how we stay hydrated. It's a very important resource, and without it, we would die. Dark blue is seawater. Sea life is also extremely important. Think of the fact that we have only explored 7% of the entire ocean. And the ocean covers 70% of our planet. And we've only explored 7%. Think about every single possible species that lives in the ocean that nobody's ever heard of, that nobody has had the glory of seeing with their own eyes because we haven't been able to explore it yet. But yet we're still going out into the world and throwing trash and pollution and oil and plastic and all these other things into the ocean like we don't care about it. The ocean is also one of our greatest resources. Without the ocean, we would die. We convert salt water daily to fresh water so that we can survive. Um, and without water on the planet, guess what? We would all burn up and die. We'd have no sustainable life. We would just die. All of us, everybody, dead. So we need water. It's important. The yellow in the picture, if you haven't figured it out by my series of color schemes here, yellow represents sunlight. That's right. Sunlight. Why is sunlight important? Why is the color yellow important? Because without sunlight, our planet would be freezing cold all the time, day in, day out. It would freeze completely over. We'd hit temperatures below sub-zero. There would be no sustainable life. The plants would not be able to survive. The ozone would dissipate. We would all die. And plant life for green. Why is plant life important? Because plant life is what provides oxygen. It's what cycles out nitrogen and carbon monoxide and other horrible, terrible, disgusting things that we put into the air on a daily basis with power plants and paper plants and all these other things that haven't converted over to an organic way of living yet and are using highly poisonous chemicals being pumped into the air daily. Plants are actually what filter all that out. So if you think about that for a second, if you've seen a section of your area, a section of your town, a section of your city, a section of your home, that deforestation has happened because we're building this or we're building that or we're building that over there, or that over there, that over there, that over there. All those different trees and plants and entire little ecosystems that we are cutting out of the earth are taking away from our ability to survive. Without oxygen in the world, we wouldn't be able to breathe. Without breath, we would all die. See the importance of the earth now? We will have plenty more to talk about with that. Um, and the at the bottom of my logo, it says DJ Little Wolf. Great big letters, of course, because, hey, it's yours truly, DJ Little Wolf. And underneath DJ Little Wolf is hashtag the Little Wolf Path. That is my movement that we are working on. And if you look really tinily, I asked him to make it bigger on there so you guys could see it, but he constantly said he didn't want to boast. He didn't want to, you know, he didn't want to overly publicize it because that's not the type of person that he is. Um, so he put it really tiny, but down there underneath all of that is his signature because I asked him personally to sign his work. He wasn't going to, and I wanted him to do so because I want to help build my community at the same time. And in that point, I've actually had a lot of people say to me, this statement really kind of bugs me a little, I'm going to be honest. One statement that I keep hearing a lot is, hey man, you've got to be careful what you do because you don't want to have to pay royalties to somebody else for their stuff. Why? Why don't I? I don't care about money. I don't care about material things. All I care about is helping the world be a better place. So, how can I do that while I'm building myself up? Easy. I didn't create that logo by myself. Somebody helped me. So I put someone's name on it to help me put it out into the world, to not only share my story, but somebody else's story. My music. Yeah, I wrote every single one of my lyrics myself. Every word, every detail is mine. But does that mean I'm not going to have other people help me with it? No. I want the help. I want people to step up and say, hey, I don't really have anywhere to start. Do you mind if I help you so that we can start together? That's exactly what I want. I want someone to come over, help me build a track for this song, And then when this song is done, I want to upload this song to the world to say produced and edited by DJ Little Wolf and somebody else. I don't want it to be just me because I'm not out in this for fame. I'm not in this for money. I'm not in this to be the world's best baller. I'm not. No. I want to build the community with me. I want the world to be better with me. I want to help people take themselves from where they feel like they're down here and move them way up here. Yeah, yeah. Like this. I want us both to be equal. I want us both to be the same. When I get bigger, I want them to get bigger. When I get smaller, I want them to get smaller. Or I rephrase that. I don't want them to get smaller. If I get smaller, I hope really badly that they stay up here. That's what I want to do. I want to bring people up with me and I want to help them stay up. And that is what is important to me. And for anybody who feels like that is wrong, I understand why you feel that way. And I'm sorry that you feel that way. But I'm not going to change my views because of your opinions. There are some things that I will submit to. I know some people have pointed out things to me that I've been very wrong about, and I've accepted that. I've talked with them about it, and we've made changes to make it so that I do apologize for my mistakes. I do let people know, hey, I messed up. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to make it better, and if I can't, I hope someday you'll forgive me. But as far as my community and my music is concerned, I'm going to use who I choose to build up together. It's not going to be just this guy or that guy. It's going to be all of us. So the next thing that we're going to talk about um, is number 6. Okay, number 6 is so I've been putting a couple of posts out there for anybody that is interested or anybody that would like a chance to possibly help donate and receive something for helping donate. I am going to be taking pre-orders for t-shirts. The t-shirts will include on the front will probably say something along the lines of hashtag the little wolf path. On the back will be my logo. And I'll be selling those. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be selling those for right now. I haven't really figured out a price. I did put into my donation or into my fundraiser that anybody that donates $20 to $50 to my cause or more, if you feel so um, blessed that you can do something like that, that's great. I'm putting it out there that anybody that donates at least $20 to $50, you will receive a free T-shirt. I will write your name down. I will collect money from you, and when we get a big enough order, I will place that order, and everybody that put in those donations will be getting a T-shirt. And it's not because, um, one of my buddies actually said to me earlier, which I did have to change it because I can't afford to buy a bunch of free T-shirts for everybody. By donating, you're basically paying for your T-shirt and helping me by raising money for the Little Wolf Path. But he made a very good point. He said, what if somebody only donates $1? Are you going to give them a T-shirt? I said, well, no, obviously, because I can't afford right now to do so. But when the time comes, if I'm making enough money to the world, yeah, I will. I will go out and I will donate things. I will give things away to people who need them and to people who don't have them if they want them, because that is the way that I live my life. I don't care how much money's in my pocket. I don't care how much stuff I have. If I have something you need and I don't directly need it, I'm going to give it to you because I don't need it. It's not important. We as a people hold on too tightly to possession of things or material things, and that is not what the world's about. We've forgotten that. Um, okay, so that was the final thing I believe on my list. That's the beginning, guys. So yeah, that's just the beginning of the stuff that I'm working on right now with the Little Wolf Path. That's not even the very tip of the that's just like the very tip of the iceberg. There's a lot more coming. I'm still waiting to get a few more people together that are really truly serious about coming out and actually helping me get a lot of stuff done. I know my good buddy on here. I wanted to go ahead and give him a shout out now that we're at this point of the video. DJ Brainwreck, also Zach. Zach, thank you so much for what you said to me the other day about going and donating your time to me to help me get my music published and doing an interview and all that stuff. I really appreciate that. I'm glad to hear, really honestly and truly, that you are willing to follow my path and that you like the message that I'm sending to the world. Because honestly, I spent my entire life thinking that no one cared. I spent my entire life thinking that the world was sh- excuse the language for anybody that's on here, but I believe that my life was shit. I hated my life. I wanted no part of my life. I wanted to get as far away from it as I possibly could, but it was because I was young. I hadn't learned. I hadn't realized that there are people in the world who actually care with real kindness. Not just, oh, yay, thanks, woo. But no, people that actually, oh my God, are you okay? Can I do anything? Can I help you? Can I blah, 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 blah. And they will sit there and spit off even after you tell them, no, 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 it's okay. I got it. I got it. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? And that is because that is human kindness at its best. So thank you, Zach, very much for helping me spread this message, and I really hope to be working with you soon. I'm just taking a little bit more time than I thought it would to get all my music put together. But anyway, so there was a few people that brought up a very good point in the beginning of this video. What happened to my wrist? Because I'm all bandaged up. So long story short, a situation happened with my dog this morning. My dog is a German Shepherd, Lab and German Shepherd mix. And he's still a puppy. He's only 2 years old. He's still a baby. He doesn't know a lot yet. He is very well trained. I've taught him tons of tricks, plenty of commands. I can walk him in the yard without a leash and everything. I mean, he's a great dog. There's nothing wrong with him. He is the guardian to my daughter. My daughter did not pick him. I did not pick him. My wife did not pick him. He chose my daughter, and that is why we have him. He we were at my mother's house one day and my daughter was upset. We were getting ready to leave and this dog walked up and started checking her out. Hey, are you okay? He's smelling her, he's looking at her, he's trying to figure out what's wrong with her. Well, I picked up her car seat. And when I picked up her car seat, he panicked because she screamed again. So what did he do? He started nipping the handle on the car seat because he thought the car seat was hurting her. So I set her back down. I let him look at her again. He checked her out for a few more seconds, and then I picked her up again and started to walk out the door. And this dog literally put his head in her lap and back down onto the floor in the car seat. No, she's not okay yet. Hang on, she's still crying. So he leaned back down, started kissing her face. That was it. That was her dog. So that's how I ended up with a dog. But so back to the point. So this morning, my dog, when my parents gave him to me, but before my parents had him for the first year of his life, I believe he lived in an abusive home. He's very skittish of males and of violence, of guns, of he's very protective over children and women, especially if I'm roughhousing or anything. He worries, which automatically tells me he came from a home that was abusive to him and abusive to his family. Um, so he still has a bit of a learning curve when it comes to attacking. Um, but he's never bitten me before. He has never bitten my wife. He's never bitten my daughter. As far as I know, he's never bitten anybody. He will warn you, and he will lightly nip on your arm and say, "Hey, stop! I don't like it. It hurts." And that's it. It's done. It's over. But today we had a situation where he was a very bad dog. He got into the trash. He covered my house in dirty diapers and food wrappers and all sorts of other stuff. And I was upset. I was. I got really mad and I took my frustration out on the dog. I didn't, and by frustration, I don't mean I beat him to death or, I went over there, oh God, dogs, ah, no. I went over and I smacked him about as hard as I spank my daughter on the butt, just, that's it. And he's, oh God, you're hurting me, oh Jesus, and running away. Um, and when he did that, he went directly to his bed to go lay down. Well, when he went to lay down, I went over to talk to him and he growled at me, and I don't allow that. I don't allow growling. So I lightly tapped him on the butt again. Well, he freaked out, um, and I didn't know what was going on. Well, when he freaked out, he yipped and he bit. And just so you guys know, my arm is not gushing blood. I'm not dying. It's not all mangled. Right here in the palm of my hand, I have one little tiny tooth hole that went decent, the size of a dog's canine, and I have one right here on the back of my hand that went pretty deep in. But other than that, I'm okay. Full movement. I'm all right. Woohoo! The only reason I have this ace bandage on at the moment is because my wrist is swelling because my wrist is bruised due to the dog bite. And by putting this on it, basically what this is doing is this is putting pressure on all the areas that hurt really bad because of the bruising, and keeping it from hurting. That's the only reason I can still move and wiggle my fingers, pick stuff up, and I'm not sitting here going, "Oh my God, I need drugs" or something, like I'm in pain. So that's what ended up happening in my hand, guys. But like I said, it's fine. It's not a mangled, bloody mess or anything. It was just two little bite marks. It just hurt a lot. But anyway, so I think that's pretty much all I'm gonna bore you guys with today. We're already at a whole hour long video. I just wanted to talk about some important points and go ahead and get some stuff out there. Oh, one more thing before everybody goes. If you're on here and you're listening, this is really important to me to have a chance to actually talk about with a group of people rather than just one person, because it's a very important thing. It's actually a very important question that somebody asked me a few days ago. And it's not just the first time that I've heard this question. I've actually heard it a few times, which is why I feel that it is so important that I bring it up. But one of my friends directly texted me, and he asked me, well, unfortunately, he deleted his messages, so I don't have them anymore, I guess. But basically, what he asked me, to give you guys a rough example, is he asked me, I have all these bad things going on in my life. I have my dad, or my dad or my mom is doing this. My brother and my sister are doing this. And there's a lot of really, really painful, serious, important things going on right now that are killing me inside. And I don't really understand how to deal with it. I don't know how I, as a person, can follow your path, and make it relate to what's going on with me. So uh, during my last video, I talked about pain. Pain is a lesson designed to teach. So to give you guys a basic example of teaching from pain, you put your hand on a hot stove by accident when you're a kid, and it burns you. You realize, oh, ow, that's hot. You didn't know it was hot before because you've never touched it. You touched it and it burned you and you learned, ow, that's hot. Same thing happens with everything in life. For example, my uh, I don't want to go too deep into detail, but to give you guys a basic understanding, I'll just say that one of my previous relationships with somebody who I was deeply in love with for a long time did not go well. It ended in a horrible, burning, fiery pit of death. But does that mean that we're not friends anymore? No, it doesn't actually. Everything that we went through together was extremely painful. There was a lot of moments where I myself lost everything. I lost hope, I lost faith, I lost my will to live. I gave up on everything. And by gave up on everything, this is the one time I'm going to say this on camera, and I'm never going to bring this up again because it's painful. But I learned from it. I put a gun to my head. I was prepared to die because I thought life had nothing left to give. But you know what happened? Someone rescued me. Somebody got the phone call that I was about to be gone, that I was going to be no longer in this world, that I was never going to exist again. And did they shrug it off? Did they, oh no, that sucks? No. He drove as fast as he possibly could to my home and damn near kicked the door in just so that he could take the gun away from me and show me a reason to live again. Because I mattered that much to him. I didn't think I mattered to anybody at that point. I didn't think I was important to anyone in the world. All I wanted to do was give up. And this man came into my life, somebody who I barely knew, somebody who I'd only been friends with for a little while, came into my life and he said, "No, give me the gun, put it down, you're done. I care about you. Let's go. You're not doing this tonight. If you still want to do it later, we'll talk about it. But for right now, come with me." He picked me up off the floor, covered in my own tears, my own sweat, my own stress, my own frustrations, my own anger, my own hatred. Everything in the world was done. I was done. It was over. He picked me up off the floor, walked me out to his truck, and took me to the beach. He took me to the beach. He sat me down on the beach. He bought us a few beers. We sat there, we drank, and we stared at the water. We didn't say anything. We didn't talk about it. I didn't want to talk about it. I was just upset. So we just sat there and looked out at the ocean. What happened? I came back. I didn't kill myself. I didn't walk away from the world. I didn't give up. I didn't change my mind. I changed my mind. I was so dead set on being gone because of all my pain, all the things that I hated in the world. And guess what? Something new happened. Somebody new came into my life and said, "Hey, quit playing these bullshit games. You don't need to give up your life because there's nothing to live for, because you do have something to live for." And for every single person in the world listening to this right now, if you're thinking about suicide, if you're sitting there and you're just, "I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. No one's going to talk me out of this. I'm done." Take 5 seconds. That's all I'm going to ask. 5 seconds. Send me a message. Send me a message and I will personally help you. I will personally talk to you. I will personally come to your home and give you a reason to live. No matter what it is, I will help you. Um, but anyway, back to the point. So for those of you that are wondering, what did I learn from that situation? I learned something very simple. That people do care. That pain is temporary. No matter how long it lasts, no matter how bad it hurts, it's temporary. One day the pain will go away. One day it'll be over. And if I can help you take that pain away, I will. If I can talk to the rest of the world and tell them to help make the world a better place, and to help them help you make the world a better place, and to help build yourself up or help you build up, I will do it. And I will do it because that is the way that humans should be. That is the way that we should all feel. We should care about people because it's a good thing, not because we're getting paid, not because we're earning something from it, not because we're getting something from it. We should care about people because people will care about you. If you want to live in a world where you can say hi to your neighbors, where you can say hi to your friends, if you want to go out in the streets and look at people with kindness, and you want to help me give back to the world the kindness that they're giving us just by going to work every day, just by saying hi to us every day, just by giving us a smile every day, you know? And if there's anybody on here that says, "Hey, let's I really like what you said about cleaning up the earth. I think that'd be a good idea." That's awesome. Help me do that. If you want to join my program and get into one of my videos, or if you would just want to follow me on Facebook and see how I do it, that's fine too. I'm not saying that all my followers have to go out and do something. If my followers want something, if they want a homework to do, here's your homework. I dare you to go out into the world tomorrow, look at one person in the world tomorrow, and give them a compliment. But here's the catch. It has to be one person that you don't know. It could be somebody that you've seen at the gas station 1,000 times, but you don't actually know them. Give them one compliment and let me know how they react. Message me. Personally tell me if you feel so. Hey, by the way, I went out and I saw this guy, what's his name, Jeremy, at the gas station. And he had, I didn't, I just walked up and I said, "Hey man, I really like your shoes." And he smiled at me. Didn't say anything else, just walked away and smiled at me. Guess what? You just made that person's day that much better. That much better. Now, is that much important? Yeah, it's absolutely important. And do you want to know why it's important? Because if every single person in your city went out and gave this much kindness to the world would already be this much. Actually, if you add this times about 10,000, well, I don't have hands big enough to show that, but the world would be that much better already. And it's little things like that that can make the world a happier and kinder place for everybody. I really hope that you guys liked my video. I really hope that you guys are interested in getting on board and following hashtag the Little Wolf Path. And check out my video online. I have a video on YouTube. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely go on there and watch it. It's called Interviewing DJ Little Wolf. It's on DJ Little Wolf's fan page or YouTube page. Give it a listen. It's a lot like this in a lot of ways, and it's very different in a lot of ways, and I think you guys would enjoy it. So one last thing before I sign off. You don't have to be, but I want the chunk at least. Oh, I see. So guys, you just want my gorgeous baby. Say hello to the beautiful Miss Aurora. What? This is my beautiful 10-month-old daughter, the kindest girl in the world, who has the prettiest smile. Hey, Aurora. Look, Aurora. Look, baby. Look. Say hi. Aurora. Say hi. Aw, you being shy. She's very shy. And last but not least, the beautiful Miss Victoria, my future wife, mother of my daughter, and how do I say it all the time? A goddess. So, she also has a fan page or a Facebook page, which is called. Oh, it's an Instagram page. Instagram, my bad. It's Beauty by the _99. Beauty by the _99. And now I'm going to let her tell you about it. Put it on. You were just saying it. Say it again.
So if you guys need your nails done, I do waxing, I do SNS dip powder, regular mani-pedis. I also do hairstyles, braids, and things like that. So if you guys need anything like that, or you know somebody who does, send them my way. And I'm actually running a $5 off promotion right now. $5 off any manicure or pedicure service if you get in contact with me through my page. So there you go, guys.
All right, guys, you heard it here live, starring DJ Little Wolf, Aurora, and Miss Victoria. Thank you for signing on and having such a great time with my video. And for all of you that watched it beginning to end, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to me talk for an hour and 11 minutes. I know that was brutal. And for you, those of you that didn't make it, if you get back on here and you see this again later, thank you. I appreciate you guys watching as much as you could. And I hope you guys have a great day, a great life, and thank you just for being alive. You know, you guys, each and every one of you is unique and special in your own ways. Each and every one of you are beautiful and amazing people, and you really need to learn that. You really need to discover that because I think so. And if you don't think that, or if you don't believe that I really think that, come talk to me in person. Come see me face to face, and I will personally tell you why I think you're a beautiful person. Thank you guys. Have a great night. This is DJ Little Wolf signing off. Ow!